Well, good morning. We were John C. Roseman, California. Yeah, it's a plain white shirt for right now. Just for right now. Afterwards, it's going to be a dirty one. I might as well continue to wear a dirty one because it kind of reminded me of stuff I was going through, not to mention the things I have to talk about right now as it is, not about cleanliness or containing one's body odor. No, I'm talking about the ugliest damn things that we have inside of us that we have to confront. And I'm not too happy about it because it's been a long weekend for me to reflect upon it. Besides truth about being an American, and also about the causes and the ugliness, the cancer that's still spreading, racism. We're not immune. I'm a racist and I'm prejudiced. It took me a hell of a lot of soul searching and a lot of fireworks. A lot of actions done on both parts to make me realize that. The conversation with a family I got connected with or reconnected with. And I'm not quite sure how I actually feel about them. And I hope that God can forgive them. I looked at them growing up as the most wonderful people I've ever met. And even though I was colorblind, I know, we all had our color differences, and I didn't care. They were family. We loved each other. Circumstances happened, and then misunderstandings, maybe or maybe not, I don't know. Still trying to find out what's going on. A little bit of reconnection happened, not much. And I'm not quite sure what to say or do at this point. But I'm grateful to get a little bit of reconnection anyway. With the remnants anyway. But then again, it's also tempered because of my own thoughts and feelings of people in my own quote-unquote hood. Called an apartment complex. Supposedly in our hood we take care of each other. Yeah, it's hot. And I'm sweltering because I came back from the store. On runs like this, I'm usually recording stuff, getting stuff off my chest. I have to. It's a sounding board, and I use it. And it helps keep me centered. Sometimes I ask the bigger questions, and I don't like the answers that I have to face, but I have to. In dealing with the neighbors here for the past several years, I have learned to grow to like and respect, even have feelings for some of them, despite the fact we're all different. Didn't matter. Didn't matter if they were white, Latino, or black. That they were cool and their actions were human, but not trying to kill each other at the same damn time. Then I thought maybe we have something in common that we both can live under. And the problem is, when you have elements coming in that have hate, mistrust, fear, you teach it to their young, and their young be like bullies and belligerent, disrespectful, angry, and they do their best to scare people with their amounts of people that they gather. And anybody who seemed to be good and noble at the time, no longer. They're terrified of the damn kids. And I didn't like the rowdy kids in the first place. And yet I noticed they were black, and I try to ignore that. I try to keep seeing them as rowdy kids, from 8-year-old mouthy olds to teenagers. Some of them gone, and the others are grown up and replaced the younger ones. A few younger ones have commented on light this time. Still being destructive, still being bored as hell, trying to destroy machines and cause havoc wherever they can. They think they want to have fun. They're bored to death with their lives. I don't know what the hell they're like in students in school, but they showed any mature behavior. They didn't have any. It scared the hell out of people left and right. When I have a neighbor who lived in the streets behind us 30 plus years, notice in the past 2 months, our whole place looked like Beirut, according to him. And it was the same being black kids that lived here, not to mention in Gateway and other areas. And I knew, because I've had run-ins with these clowns before. I've had run-ins with them. Needless to say, I had a sour stomach. Because I didn't like him, I didn't trust him. I didn't believe any word they say. Because I don't believe rowdy teenagers. I kept looking at them as rowdy teenagers. And yeah, I did notice about their blackness. Coming from a ghetto, because I noticed the ghetto language and ghetto attitude. Not to mention the parents. Or lack of parents. Try not to act like a gang. But they were a gang. I tried to keep the prejudice down. I tried to keep racism down. I've had friends over here who are black and Latino and white. And we talked of racism. One guy close to me is also black. His family is. And they're darling. They're educated. They didn't come from tough streets. And I appreciated it. Because I valued education and I valued the kind of upbringing that they saw positive stuff that they could do in their lives. A guy works his ass off to supply food, rent for his family, a caregiver, a father, a husband. He's almost like a big kid, but not quite. He keeps maturing more and more. And he noticed the kids all this time. His philosophy was to stay the hell away from all of it. Unfortunately, I had to get into it. I had to get into it. Not by being a mouthy person, not by a person attacking others at this point over here, but looking for trouble. And I did get it. If I saw the kids getting rowdy enough, I photographed, sent it to management. And this July 4th, while trying to contemplate what it means to be American, because these days the name is almost meaningless right now, as it is, not to mention the spirit of it, despite the fact I would have other people try to have words with me on it. I'm disillusioned with my country and everything else going on, back then and now, and I'm trying to find ways to reconcile it inside of me that maybe there's a chance to go forward. But I'm exhibiting those qualities that I hate in myself that I've seen in others. I've seen the videos concerning about white people attacking other races, Asians and blacks and Latinos. My mother didn't do that. My brother didn't do that. My grandmother had. But I was taught not to. And I believed it so damn much, stayed with me until the last few years, where I turned out to be a prejudiced man. I learned how to hate black kids. And I started turning attention towards the adults, and I'm thinking to myself, do I really need to go down this path? I mean, these people are good. These people haven't done any evil, and we have tried to live along with each other without killing each other, without hating each other, without doing anything else to cause any trouble. And we have tried to get mutual respect for each other. Why break that cycle now? And I'm seeing the bad apples, the ghetto that's been here all along. For those who don't care about rules or regulations, about the safety of people, about the consideration of others, or even safety for themselves, what it is to be free, what it is to be responsible, socially moral, socially responsible, socially aware of what's going on, or of being physically aware of what's going on in their surroundings. But me going after them because I haven't demonstrated the values I valued doesn't make it right. When lines are crossed, when lines are crossed, fireworks come up as a tool, as a method, as a way of increasing the prejudice and the racism I have inside of me. When I see them trying to flaunt their independence even further by trying to blow up a building with fireworks, they're kids and they run. They're almost old enough. Some of them, I guess, they're old enough to be adults. More legally, they're supposed to be adults, but they're not. And the problem is, that's what makes it harder. That one makes it harder to understand. They're kids. They don't know any better. But I didn't see kids. I saw ghetto trash. I saw the family as trash. Their family didn't get involved in the safety of others, or trying to make sure that the apartment or the people over here matter the most. When one of them actually lost a grandmother, mother at the same time, rolled up at one, someone was caregiving. I had memories of my own family loss, and I shared them with them in the form of massive tears and crying with them because it was too damn much for me to see. When I heard it was someone that was caring for a person for a hell of a long while, I felt as if I was part of that family for just a few brief moments, and then get shut out by the damn family because, what, I'm white? I couldn't relate as a human being to them? Not even for the grieving granddaughter, who was a caregiver. Yeah, I had to call up on one of my friends on a phone later that evening to try to get some solace. Because I discovered how isolated I really am. I forced myself in a situation, but the thing is, the situation was there to begin with. So if I had known, I could have helped. I could have helped with being a caregiver. I was a caregiver. I cared for my grandmother and my mother before they died. One or at the other end, didn't matter. I'm white. There's your racial profiling right there. And then one of them happened to be a parent to one of the mouthy brats in this place. Exploded at me, the mouthy brat did. Looked like an 8-year-old brat. because I turned the fire department against the kids. They'll start fireworks over here and burn down my damn apartment without me calling the fire department on your ass. And because I talked to them while they were over here, I got branded. Which made me feel even a lot worse than usual. Guy trying to protect and trying to defend his home, but I didn't even realize I was also trying to protect theirs as well, but I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit. That's the hardest damn part about it. People don't give a shit. And I had to feel anger. And I had to feel racial tension. I had to look at him as the enemy. I treated him as such. A great deal. I treated him as the enemy because I thought they were the enemy now. I was expecting reprisals after the shit they pulled on me. Threw firecrackers at my apartment. Ran like crazy. Thought it was funny. I reported. In the daytime when they were doing their gathering, got pictures of what they looked like. Turned them over to the management. Yeah, I did that. I did that. You go fucking fire your fireworks in the back when they were told not to. I dropped dime on your ass. And I wasn't the only neighbor that dropped dime on you guys. I didn't call the sheriffs and I didn't call the fire department on July 4th. Beforehand and after, yes. July 4th is supposed to be a day of fireworks anyway, of celebrating, theoretically, our country's independence, but we never had it, did we? We never did feel truly free because we're bogged down toward the chains of our past and the shame of it. And that's how I think and that's how I feel. I can never be feeling like a true American, if there is such a thing, because knowing the past and discovering too much of it. Perhaps ignorant was bliss, but I'm a more sorrowful human being at this point over here, seeing how our country is. Without even seeing what there's any more potential for us to grow. Because we're squandering that like crazy. We have to be racially divided. We have to be derided. We have to look at each other as worthless human beings. Our side's better than yours. Our skin color's better than yours. Our race, our color, our creed. Our methodology. Our politics. And we have to hold it against you. Because that's what's being American, isn't it? Without the A in front of it. Without the name America, it's now America, not America. With a capital A on it. Yeah, there's a big difference on that one. There's a big difference when you lose track of that damn A. And it pisses me off. I'm trying to get my damn computer to work. It wants to do a scan now, and I'm not willing to do it. Yeah, I'm racial and prejudiced. And I have to do a hell of a lot of soul searching at this point because of it. I'm responsible for me and my actions and my thought patterns at this point over here. If I'm feeling it, then I've got to find every damn reason. Not to blame, but to understand and maybe grow from it. Besides being angry at them, I'm angry at myself. For allowing myself to be the biggest fool and the biggest idiot in the universe for falling into this kind of damn trap. would have been nice if there was opportunities to be neighborly, to understanding each other's culture without judging them all the damn time over it, without considering them being pieces of shit all the damn time. And then when I see them getting out of control, and I thought being dangerous, and reacting the way I did, I can't even stand seeing myself on the camera, let alone in the mirror. How the hell am I supposed to look somebody else in the eye at this point? How can I feel good about myself and feel good about my people, which is the human race? It's not one color. It's all colors. It's all color. It's all creed. It's all different religions. All one huge melting pot. We've all forgotten that. I have forgotten that. Being racially divided, being prejudicial at the same time, and not being accepting of what they are, just accept them as is. That I have to have certain guidelines that they have to measure up to, including the ones that I hold dear in my heart are still questionable now because of this damn shit. And now I've got to do a hell of a lot of soul searching and a lot of praying over this thing. Because now I understand it more and more. Fear and ignorance and arrogance, indifference, intolerance drives us. It divides us. It derides us. It prejudges us. We're biased. We're racist. We're segregationists. I'm a segregationist. Because of all the shit happening. I've allowed that to happen. I've allowed that to sink into me and poison me like crazy. I am not perfect. There's nowhere in hell I'm going to be perfect at this point over here. I'm not going to stop pounding with a damn Bible and going crazy at this point over here. No. I'll be going into seclusion at this point over here, trying to figure shit out of myself. And if my friends happen to follow me, maybe then I could find some tolerance and patience. Maybe then I could find some common ground to re-examine and reevaluate and maybe share and find love with my neighbors again. I hate losing family. I hate losing friends. I hate losing people that are close to me. Because it hurts like hell when you're separated, isolated, and alone. The pain is constant. It never goes away. No matter what kind of physical claptrap you can fill yourself up with, or any noble ideas, loss is loss. You can't get over it. Maybe there's a way to get past it. Maybe there's a way to grow from it. Maybe there's a way of learning how to be a human being again. And I have to do that for myself. I don't know about you guys, but I have to do this for me. I want myself back again. Where I wasn't prejudiced, where I wasn't racial, when I wasn't looking at people with different colored kaleidoscope eyes at this point over here, where I could just hate them for that reason. Because burning yourself with a hell of a lot of anger and a lot of hate towards these people, it changes you, it destroys you. And I can't stand it.